Typical day in this particular area,
Yes.
25 to 35 trout, a limit of redfish, depending on how many guys we got. I don't care how many guys you got, it's been 20 to 25 trout. 2 guys or 4 guys, you know, it's 20 to 25 trout, but they're all, these,
beautiful
trust
fish.
me, are small.
Yeah.
Compared to what we've been catching for the last 3 days on this particular area.
Wow.
But the redfish have all been like that. I mean, you know, they've been good. Trust me, the ones I like the best, I mean, these 18 inchers, you know, they're better on the grill, they're better on the electric knife, they're better on the Captain.
Certainly easier on the Captain,
But,
there's no doubt about that.
But the redfish has been crazy. You know, I mean, the only bad thing that we'll have is Mother Nature. There's certain areas, you look at it right now, it's slick as glass. We got a little west wind blowing. We can't go to where we've been going fishing the trout. It's too rough. You know, with this slight breeze here. A little skinnier water. Look, they're catching fish behind us. I mean, you know, Captain Jeff back there still catching fish. And so to answer that question, it's impossible to answer how long it's going to last, but it's going to be here all this summer for sure.
Yeah, you've got good seasons. And, you know, the beauty of Venice, the real advantage of Venice is that your redfish fishery is always strong, so you can always, and I don't mean fall back, because a lot of people prefer it, but you've always got that going on. And then it's the access. You know, even though Venice has its own speckled trout fishery right here at the mouth of the river, you still have the west side. If you need to go west side, you can go all the way up to Empire and work out that way, and you can go east to Breton, come up into my neighborhood. You know,
got Sandy Point, you got all those areas out that way.
You've got so many areas that are within range that once you get here, the options are almost limitless.
I've never fished Hopedale, never. But I mean, I don't know what it would be like for you guys, whereas for us, we've got too many areas to fish. You know, because you think, well, I ought to go here today, and you don't go there, and you see somebody else went and they caught them. I've started to go there. So we just got too many areas to think about where we want to go. So everybody ask us, ask you, ask any captain, how do you know to stop here? How do you know to stop there? Why didn't you stop that? Well, we've caught fish here before on a regular basis.
Right.
So there's probably fish over there, but we're going to go where we know, where we've been catching, and why change it until it quits?
That's the real difference between a guy who's on the water every day, a professional, and the guy that comes out each weekend. You know, we've also learned to sort of, when you're in a zone and you feel like there are trout in that zone, work it. You know, don't make the run somewhere just because somebody says they're biting in this area or they're biting in that area. If you know the specks are in the area you're familiar with, stay there, learn it, work it, and get on those fish, and then it's a lot easier to stay on those fish.
Well, as a captain, you know, you kind of go with your customers. You know, if you're sitting there, like I told you earlier, on that little island we were on, I've been there for the last 4 days catching trout, but you had to set them out and wait them out, you know, and you're going to come up with 25 to 35 trout. Well, the day before yesterday, my guys started moaning a little bit, not much, but, you know, we could see another boat catching. Well, all right, let's make a little move. Well, I made a little move, and next thing I know, another boat moved in. A buddy of mine right behind us right now, he moved in on the island. He ended up catching 42 nice trout. If we would have sat there instead of getting, but the customers don't know that.
You're right.
So
school moves around, and sooner or later it's going to get to you.
I tell them they got fins. They swim. You know, they're not in a barrel all the time.